Hello friends, this is Vijay Goyal, DevOps engineer. Today we will be talking about uh, how to connect a slave machine to the Jenkins. Wherever we have installed our Jenkins, that is a master box. As per the last video, I have shared how to install Jenkins on Windows and Linux. So you can see it is saying localhost 8080. So right now Jenkins is installed on my Windows laptop. Okay, and this is the UI page where we logged in my user. The next we will be learning about how to connect slave machine, slave box to the master. Okay, I have created one EC2 box in AWS which I will try to connect to the Jenkins. Okay, so first let's go to the manage Jenkins button here on the left hand side. Click on this. You'll see so many options. Building on a built-in node can be a security issue. You should set up distributed builds. It is saying that you should not build any project on the master Jenkins. That could be a security issue. So you should always set up one agent and you should run all the jobs or the pipelines or your task on the build node or the slave nodes. Okay. So now we will go to the manage nodes and clouds. Okay, this is a built-in node which is a master node. Okay, I will click on the left hand side new node. Click on this new node, give a name, like I can give anything, DevOps test. Okay, type permanent agent, click on create. You can give any name, or even you can give the server name. You can give the description here. Now we will discuss each and every tags and the slots here one by one. Description is just a description, DevOps test demo. You can give anything. Okay, number of executors. See, what is the use of this question? When you click on this, it will tell you the help. Okay, but I'll tell you what is the meaning of number of executors. Number of executors is the number of threads. Suppose you have 10 jobs, you want to run all the 10 jobs in parallel, so you have to mention 10 here so that all 10 jobs can run on the same server parallelly. Even one job you can run it in parallel 10 times. Okay, so what I would suggest, you give the number of executor as the number of core CPU on the servers. Okay, I'll give 2 right now. Remote directory, this is for number of executors. This is the remote directory where when you connect, where it will go and log in. Okay, where it will launch the its slave agent. Okay, so remote root directory is, I'll go here, I'll give pwd, or I can create opt. Let's create one directory here, mkdir jenkins. Okay, let's give some permission to jenkins and cd to jenkins, give a pwd. Let's give this directory remote root directory. Any work will happen corresponding to this, relative to this directory. Remote directory is mandatory. I have given it. Give a label. Okay, we'll give this label as a development node, dev. Okay. Label, it's a very important um, key which is used for making the slave nodes in a cluster. Suppose you are adding multiple slave nodes, and if you give the dev label to each of the node, those nodes will come as a cluster. And when you define a label in your job, it can pick any node and do the execution. I'll show you how to create a cluster in slaves in later videos. Let's focus, don't get confused with this. Let's focus on this, that I have given just a name, dev label. Okay, usage, use this node as much as possible. Only build jobs with label expression matches this node. You can select use this node as much as possible. Launch method, launch agent by connecting it to the controller. Okay, launch agent via execution of command on the controller. Launch agent via SSH. We are going to use the SSH since we are going to connect Linux box. Okay, host name. You can give the IP address or even you can give the host name. Okay, credentials. Now here comes the important part. We have to now generate the, since we are going to give the SSH key, now we are not going to give any username and password. We want to do a permanent agent setup, so we have to do a key setup, private key and public key setup. Fire the SSH-KEYgen to create a public and private key pair so that you can configure the Jenkins to connect to the slave. Okay, I'll fire the command ssh-keygen. Next, it will ask enter the file in which you want to save the key. Let it be default. Click on enter. Okay. Enter passphrase. Empty for no passphrase. If you want to enter any password, you can give it. Otherwise, leave it empty. Okay. Enter same passphrase again. Leave it empty. Click enter. Enter. Now it has generated a SSH key to connect on this server. Okay, you can generate this SSH key on any server, doesn't matter. Only thing is that at the end we are going to configure how to use this SSH key, public and private key. Okay, let's go to the root folder. Okay, here you can find this is a private key and this is a public key. Okay, now we are going to use this public and private key to configure our agent. Okay, click on here, give the host name. Click on add button here, click on Jenkins. Okay, now it is saying, it is going to ask where, how, what do you want to get. Global credentials kind. I am not going to create a username with password. I want to create a SSH username with private key. Let's select this. Okay, scope, let it be global. You can give a system Jenkins node, Jenkins and nodes only, Jenkins nodes items, child items. You can give Jenkins nodes and only, let it be global. Okay, you can give ID. Click on this, it will tell you what is the ID, so you can give anything. I'll give DevOps test. Description is DevOps test. Username. Okay, with what user you have created, you are going to connect. Suppose on this target server you want to connect with Ansible, you want to connect with Vijay, you want to connect, multiple user will be present, but with what user you want to connect on the target server, that username you have to give. Since I am going to connect with root, I am going to give root. Okay, treat username as secret, you can give it, that's okay. Enter directly private key. Okay, click on add and let's enter the private key. Select from here. Make sure you do not put any enter here. I'll show you. When you paste it, your cursor should be at the end line. You're getting my point? There should not be any extra line. Delete that. Okay, now this is the last line. If you have given any passphrase during the previous step, then you can give the same passphrase here. Otherwise, no. Click on add. Now it has added a credential. Okay, you can select that credential. Root for DevOps test. I have selected that credentials. Now even right now I have given the host name, I have given the credential, known host file. You can give non-verifying strategy, known host file. Let's give a non-verifying strategy. In advanced, you can configure multiple things like Java path, JVM option, prefix, agent start command. All these things are not needed until unless a specific requirement is there. Okay, keep this agent online as much as possible. Okay, if I click on save, it will not work. Okay, let's come to click on this relaunch agent. Opening a connection, SSH keys are not being verified, authentication failed. You can see I have given the private key there, but still the authentication has failed. It is not able to connect. You can see it will keep on trying to connect until unless the SSH key connection setup is fixed. Okay, you can see it keeps on trying. Okay, so let's go click on this nodes. Okay, click on this, mark this node temporary offline. Okay, bring this node back online when you set up the next step. Now let's go to the server where you want to connect with the server which you want to connect as an agent or a slave. Okay, you are in the location with root, and this is the location. You can see pwd root.ssh. Here authorized keys are there. Open that. Vi authorized keys. Okay, go to the end. Okay, press I, go into the insert mode, copy this public key, paste it into the authorized keys. Okay, save it. Okay, let's go to the Jenkins UI again. Bring this node back online. Okay, now this node is again online. Click on launch agent again. This time again, if you see, it is trying to connect and it is saying authentication is successful, and it is connected. Authentication is successful. Remote user environment is this. So now it has connected to the remote server. Okay, here it will, what Jenkins will do is it will push the jar file and it will start running one agent. So you can do ps-ef grep-i Jenkins. You can see Jenkins remoting.jar. All these processes came here, right? So this is how we connect slave to the master or any agent to the Jenkins master. So this is the one method of connecting Linux box to the master Jenkins. Let's come to the nodes. You can see DevOps test. Everything it is saying, it's free. Okay. So this is all about how to connect master Jenkins to the slave nodes or the agent. Right now we have connected using this practical. We have connected one of the Red Hat box to the Jenkins which is running on Windows. Okay. In next video, we'll try to learn how to connect Windows box to the Windows master. Windows box means Windows as a slave machine to the master. Okay. Thank you for watching this video.